All right, welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show, NFL Ups and Downs edition. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski. We are first joined in the bottom right-hand corner, all the way from Fishers, Indiana, Jamie Zaleski.
How's it going?
Good. Glad to have you. And host of the Doug Zaleski radio show in the top right-hand corner, all the way from Muncie, Indiana, here's Doug.
NFL peeps, how you doing?
All right, well, we got the gang all here, and so we'll get started. Here's how the show works. We go around the horn, each of us giving our NFL up and our NFL down. And then we just have a short discussion and move on to the next one. So up first is Jamie. Jamie, your NFL up.
My up this week, I'm going to give props to my home team, the Tennessee Titans. Specifically their offensive line. The Titans have the number 2 rushing offense in the league, and they've given up a league-low 2 sacks so far this season with Marcus Mariota as quarterback. So that is my up. The number 1 offensive line in the NFL is the Tennessee Titans.
All right, good. And your NFL down.
My NFL down this week is the Baltimore Ravens. I was not high on them to begin with when they started 2-0. They had only beaten the Browns and the Bengals. But then they go to London, they lay an egg over there. They have the 32nd ranked offense, which is, as you know, last. And Joe Flacco has 3 touchdowns to 4 interceptions so far this year. Pitiful offense. And so even though they were 2-0, they're not a winning team.
All right, Doug, your thoughts on Jamie's Ravens eggs and Mariota?
Well, I'm sure that he's correct on Baltimore laid a total egg. The Titans, I don't know. Sounds good. I guess you could sell that one.
Okay. Fair enough.
Facts only.
Jamie, I guess what I'll say about the Tennessee Titans, your hometown Fishers, Indiana, Tennessee Titans. I wish that Luan would have taken up a little bit more issue. Well, maybe the coach would have taken up more issue with Richard Sherman and his ridiculous display during that game and run some sort of a sweep or a left tackle pull to the right. I know that's a long way for Luan to run, but I would have ran Luan right at him. Or at least I would have ran at Sherman the next play, and they actually ran the opposite way. So I would have used that offensive line to ground Sherman into the turf.
I wouldn't have been mad at that. So,
well, he deserved it. There's no doubt about that. And as far as the Ravens, long live the Queen. Jacksonville Jaguars are kings of London. Okay. All right, Doug, go ahead. Your NFL up.
Okay, my up until a couple of hours ago was going to be the downtrodden New York Jets. Everybody had them buried. They shut out the Miami Dolphins for all but 20 seconds of that game. But I changed my mind. I went with Deshaun Watson, the rookie quarterback from the Houston Texans. If you hadn't heard that today, he donated his first NFL game check of $27,000 to 3 women in the team cafeteria who lost everything in the flood created by Hurricane Harvey down there in Houston a few weeks ago. He's making the payback. Back when he was a kid, Warwick Dunn donated a house to Deshaun Watson's family in 2006 when he was just a kid. And now he's an NFL star making first-round money, and good for him for donating to those 3 women who worked in the cafeteria at their training center.
Yeah, very good. And I think we can all agree right now that is one of the best NFL ups we've had in a long time. Your NFL down.
NFL down this week goes to Cam Newton, the Panthers quarterback. I don't think he's right yet from that shoulder injury that he had last year. Had surgery on it last week. Just a 43.8 quarterback ranking. Threw 3 interceptions. He's clearly not right, and he's a long, long way from the 2015 Cam Newton when he was the NFL MVP. So he gets my thumbs down this week.
Yeah, I agree with your up. Deshaun Watson, along with all of the good he's doing in his community, nearly did a lot of good by beating the Patriots. And I think if that game would have ended a minute sooner, he certainly would have rung the bell against the Patriots. And as far as Cam Newton being down, I'm glad he's down. We're done with the dab, and we've moved on from that. Jamie?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really nice of Deshaun Watson to do that. I've heard the story about getting a house from work done. So, I'm glad to see Deshaun Watson paying it forward, and I hope to see him do more of that, even though he is, the quarterback of a rival of ours. But good for him. And as far as the down, Cam Newton, I think he's got a lot of mental issues. When he's not peak performance, he gets in his own head, I think, and that sets him back even more. But really, he's more of a power thrower. He is, he's got McCaffrey in the backfield now where he can hit him on some of those running back tosses. And he's not taking advantage of those intermediate and short throws. He just likes to throw down the field, and he can't do that right now. So he should be taking advantage of the tight ends.
Bill Splendor, he's a dapper dresser.
I remember, I'll put this up on the screen. I remember a year or two ago, he looked like the peanut from the peanut jar. And it's a pretty good look for anybody. I wouldn't think anybody, though, could pull it off except for Cam pouting Newton.
Credit there.
Give him credit there. All right. Okay. Well, my NFL up. I'm going back with divisions this week. I just think these were the two for me stories of the week. So my up is the NFC East. NFC Players of the Week. Quarterback from the Washington Redskins, Kirk Cousins, who had a nice game. Special teamer Jake Elliott, who booted a 60-yarder to put the Eagles over the Giants. And then defensive end from the Dallas Cowboys, DeMarcus Lawrence. Those were the three defensive players of the week, or the three NFC players of the week this week. And, of course, DeMarcus Lawrence leads all of the NFL in sacks with 6.5. So the NFC East is my up. And then my down, it's only fair. I called the AFC West up last week, and they are my down this week. Broncos, Raiders, Chargers all lost. This was a division, and I still think the division will be good, but, man, they had a bad week. And the only reason the Chiefs won is because they beat the Chargers. So my NFL down is the AFC West, although I expect they'll make a rebound here in coming weeks. Doug, your thoughts?
Well, figured you'd find a way to get the Cowboys and or the entire division involved in the up. Not a surprise there. Hey, good for them. They got this superficial honor or player of the week. Woo! Big one. Down, I don't know. It's the division in the AFC West. Yeah, they lost some games. I don't really have much to say about that one.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of stay there with Doug on that. I feel like the NFC East winning all the awards, good for them. I don't know what else they're going to be winning this year specifically, but, whatever. And AFC West, as you're down, that's too bad to hear that from you since you picked the Broncos to go to the Super Bowl last week. I'm kind of surprised that you're down on them already.
Still, No, listen, I'm still picking the Broncos to be the Super Bowl representative from the AFC. I think, though, they had a down week. They went all the way to Buffalo and just didn't quite bring the same game they brought against the Cowboys the week before. So we'll see about. I know earlier referencing the Titans, you said our team, and I know as being part of the team that you are, you're certainly going to take the Titans.
Well, I think I'll remind you. You will probably specifically be my down in January when the Broncos are not in the Super Bowl.
Make a note, homie.
Yeah.
Write it down.
All right. Well, that'll do it for NFL ups and downs this week. Jamie, any shout-outs or call-outs you need to make?
No, I'm good. Fishers, Indiana, #1 city in America. Here I am.
All right. And you've got some painting to do yet tonight, so we'll let you off with that. All right. Doug, I mentioned the Doug Zaleski Show. Where can people find you on the radio?
Well, right here in Middletown, USA, 102.9 FM, 1340 AM. You can dial it up on the World Wide Web, WXFN.com, Monday through Friday, 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
All right.
And you can also catch me on Facebook at Doug Zaleski Show, or just my personal Facebook page, Doug Zaleski. You can also dial up the replay of the show on Twitter at Doug Zaleski.
All right, sounds good. Well, I know the three of us will be listening to that show on Friday as Jamie calls into your show to make his NFL picks, and we'll get our updated standings. So we're all waiting for that. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining, and we will see you next week.